Now, the shooting location for the Halloween houses is located on Orange Grove Avenue 1. Jamie Lee Curtis, that she lived in, was on one side of the street, and then her friend was on the other side of the street on Orange Grove Avenue. That's the filming location.
Okay, this is 1530. This is where Jamie Lee Curtis in 1978 first filmed the house that she was babysitting in.
Just a little backstory. Loomis' description of a young Michael was inspired by John Carpenter's experience with a real-life mental patient. Michael Myers was the real-life name of the head of the now-designed British company Miracle Films.
1530 Orange Grove.
Now, it happened 15 years after murdering his sister on Halloween night, 1963. Michael Myers escapes from a mental hospital and returns to the small town of Haddonfield, Illinois, to kill again. No one knows nor wants to find out what will happen October 31st, 1978, besides Myers' psychiatrist, Dr. Loomis. Jamie Lee Curtis made her movie debut in the 1978 horror classic Halloween. The movie was supposed to be set in a little Midwestern town of Haddonfield, Illinois, but that tree-lined residential street is really Orange Grove Avenue in suburban Hollywood, just north of Sunset Boulevard. Most of the action in the movie took place in the Dole residence where Jamie was babysitting. That house is located at 1530 Orange Grove. Her best friend was murdered while babysitting in the house across the street, the one with the jack-o'-lantern on the porch, at 1537 Orange Grove.
Over here, up this way, is 1537 where a friend was babysitting. We'll walk up there shortly. I'll show you the neighborhood a little bit. Not real well.
Now, everyone remembers Laurie Strode from the Halloween, but this is the house where most of the blood was shed. Located at 1537 Orange Grove Avenue, just north of Sunset Boulevard. The single-family home, it launched Michael Myers' murder spree that has continued through one of the longest-running horror franchises of all time. It's near West Hollywood on a quiet street, just north of Sunset Boulevard, called Orange Grove Avenue. You'll find an unassuming house in the middle of the block that has become famous as one of the murder houses from John Carpenter's 1978 horror classic. This is the house where Nancy Kyles is babysitting. Her friend Laurie, Jamie Lee Curtis, was babysitting at another house, which nearby location at 1530 North Orange Grove Avenue.
This is also the other house where her friend was murdered at when they were babysitting. This is the house.
Now, most of the action of the film takes place at 1537. Michael's first victim is the family dog. Then he kills Annie inside the car in the garage behind the house. Soon after, a pair of enormous friends arrive at the empty house and take the opportunity to get busy in an upstairs bedroom. But Michael has another plan for them. All this takes place as Lori watches from across the street, growing increasingly suspicious, trying in vain to reach her friend by phone. The only thing to do is to walk over to investigate for herself, and we all remembered how that turned out. Today, the house is still private residence, assumingly with a great deal less murder.
Orange Grove, the house where Jamie Lee Curtis is filming Halloween, her film. Friend was murdered while she was babysitting right across the street at this house right over here.
Now, the house is a 2,600 square foot single family home with 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Uh, Now, Halloween is right around the corner, and the classic horror movies are streaming on television across North America. One of those classics is the 1978 film Halloween, written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, and starring Jamie Lee Curtis in her film debut. The first house where most of the murders took place is where Annie Nancy Loomis was babysitting Lindsay Wallace. The home is located at 1537 North Orange Grove Avenue in Los Angeles and is located right across the street from where her friend Lori, Jamie Lee Curtis, was babysitting Tommy. According to property records, 1537 North Orange Grove was built in 1962 with a little over 2,600 square feet, with 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. The home has undergone some fairly drastic changes since the film was first released in 1978. A large addition was constructed on the left side of the garage, and beneath, directly under the street, is where Lori was babysitting at 1530 North Orange Grove in Los Angeles, and has remained the same since the film's release, with minor updating such as new front door. Property records show that 1530 North Orange Grove was built in 1920 with little under 2,400 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So as you can see on this side of the street is the property at 1537 Orange Grove Avenue, where most of the film took place, and across the street was where Lori, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, was 1530 North Orange Grove. And that house was built in 1920. And this house right here that you're looking at was built around 1962 and had some major renovations with additional added onto the home. Now this is looking north on up Orange Grove Avenue to where the film was filmed at 1530 and 1537. This is from Sunset Boulevard looking north.